Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. BTM here, bringing you to another episode of Civilization 5. When we last left off our not so peaceful valley, we had Songhai at our borders with a bunch of archers. We had a little bit of a situation going on with some barbarians, and we were looking to expand. And today we continue on our epic quest towards world domination. And I have to say, after not having played this game for about a week and a half, I forgot how pretty this game was. It is pretty beautiful. Anyway, it's good to be back here, bringing you turns 121 through 140, I think. That's what we're going to be doing here. And I got to say, I forgot how beautiful this game is. Oh my goodness, holy crap. This game is a pretty game. And let's see what's going on here. Okay, it looks like he ran away. So we're going to get some archer action going on. And I think we're going to push up with our scout just a little bit and have him fortified until he's healed there. This person's going to build, we can either build a farm or we can build a mill. I think, because there's a lot of other farming potential going on around our home city, I think or our main capital, Washington. Let's go with a mill. I want the production bonus. We're going to build a plantation there. That's pretty straightforward. And we need to think seriously, probably about getting another city down. But before we do that, let's see what research we got going on. Oh, right. We're going for horseback riding. I think we wanted to get circuses and such set up, which would make sense. It's a good move. And let's see what's going on here. Oh, wow. He's attacking my scouts. Interesting. And it looks like he's going to be able to kill them. Nope. Oh, you got owned, son. And we get a unit promotion. 5 health heal per turn plus 25% defense. I'm going to take that. I know that the chances of him surviving another turn are slim to none, but I think that'll be fine. Alrighty, we're going horseback riding, and we don't really... Oh man, looking at the world, we're kind of at a little bit of a rock and a hard place until we know what Songhai wants to do. As we previously mentioned, it could be that they're trying to go east. However, we don't know that for sure, and that's kind of a stressful situation to say the least. However, we are going to finally take out this barbarian encampment, and we did some fancy micromanagement, but we did it at last, and that is excellent. We're going to have our scouts sit there and fortified until healed. And you're done with the mine. Excellent. Let's probably get another mill or a farm going. I think that's probably what we need to do. New York isn't very developed, by the way. We have a lot of luxury resources there we should probably get to work on. But we do get to pick a new technology, which is great. Let's see what we can do here with our technologies. Writing allows embassies to be established. That's good, but what we really want, since we're going for massive growth, is we want, of course, the Hanging Gardens, and then we're going to want Notre Dame. Where is Notre Dame? Notre Dame's probably... where was it? It's theater. It's right here. We're going to click Notre Dame. And here's the reason why. If you look at Notre Dame, plus 10 happiness for a society that's going to be expanding rapidly. That plus 10 happiness is going to be absolutely crucial to us in terms of maintaining our growth rate and putting down new cities. Not to mention that the path to Notre Dame leads through a bunch of military upgrades, which is fantastic for us since we've been feeling pretty warlike anyway with Songhai running around. Not to mention the Hanging Gardens is 3 turns away from being completed in the great city of Washington, at which point it will then be the fastest growing city in the world. Currently we're ranked number 4 in the world, but I fully suspect that to change for the better rapidly as soon as we get things going. We have 5 happiness, and I'd really like to get maybe some more luxury resources built up here, perhaps on this cotton and the such, before we kind of push. And okay, that... barbarian encampment's gone. I want to look at that. Good. We're about to get our water mill done here, which is fantastic. That's really going to allow this city to start growing and having a production bonus. I believe, if I remember correctly, about water mills. Don't quote me on that. And I'm going to send this worker actually up here to start utilizing that cotton. And we can upgrade you, but I'd rather hold on to my gold. I have 400 gold, and the thing is, what I like to do, guys, with my gold is I like to have enough gold to buy 3 or 4 units at a time. That way, in case I get in some trouble, I can buy an army or 2 at my city to defend it, and that's usually enough to protect myself from whatever threat I'm facing. But most importantly here, the Hanging Gardens, which are the greatest wonder in the game. The food bonus is simply just fantastic. There's nothing better in the game relative to it. So Washington now is going to grow so rapidly. Let's actually see if we can look at citizen management here. 10 food. If we go to a food focus, 15 food. Yeah, let's go to a food focus. And let's work on getting a shrine down. We don't have any religion going, but I think we should start getting some pantheons and religion going in our cities. Boston's working on getting a granary. That's good. Darius completed the pyramids. That little guy. But look, we jumped up to number 2 by having the Hanging Gardens done. Alrighty, let's do some production. Let's go with a watermill here. It is on the river. That's always a great wonder to go for. And meanwhile, this settler's going up here. And I think, considering that we're at 4 happiness... Oh, she wants an embassy. That's not going to happen. The camera's a little drifty, by the way. That's something I noticed. When you're loading a lot in this game, the camera kind of tends to just go off in a direction for a while. That's kind of frustrating. But we'll persevere through that and keep going on. Alright, you're all healed up. That's good. Let's actually scout out a little bit more and see what London's got going on. And let's get this archer eventually to our spices to protect us. Now, we have 4 happiness, as I was previously saying, and we have 2 more luxury resources there that we're about to settle, with another 2 right here, that being marble and stone. So I think we'll probably be pretty safe to put another city right here in this mix. In fact, I want to do that sooner rather than later. So as soon as the shrine's built at Washington, let's look to getting another settler built and getting that settler there. And Songhai's got so many archers around. This is kind of ridiculous. Like, he's not attacking me because I have a very respectable defensive military force, but at the same time, it's kind of nerve-wracking to still have him in the area and not have some kind of action. It's just kind of like that tense building storm. You know, it's like, you know he's here, you know what he's thinking, and you can't do anything about it. You don't want to provoke the action. You don't want to be seen as a warmonger in game, so you have to sit and let him play his hand first, despite how frustrating that is. And wow, look at that. Look at that. We got some Isabella with a pretty big army. We've seen at least 2 archers from her, and that warrior, which is clearly seen action as indicated by its low health. That is kind of interesting, to say the least. London, though, it's its westmost city, and that's got to be rough for them. Oh, look at that. Cape Town's recently been captured by... Oh, that's one of those little town cities. I don't remember what they're called. Town cities. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, guys. That is a city-state. They captured a city-state. Okay. Alright, they captured a city-state to expand. That's interesting. And we're going to put you on alert there. That's fine. By the way, I chose to build walls in Washington. Enough military in the region. I figured, you know what? Let's play it safe. Walls. No need to go cray-cray. And wow. You, ma'am, are a hottie. H to the O to the T-T-I-E. And look at that really cool building in the background. Is it bad that that's what I noticed? But she is quite the lovely lady. Let's go to discuss. And again, there's no take you out on a date option. So despite the fact that I'm General Washington and I'm... Oh, look, these girls are fighting. Catherine's become a nuisance. Sorry, we have no interest in this. All my girls are fighting over me. As I said, because we're General Washington and we're a beautiful, or I should say handsome, eligible young bachelor, all the women in this world are fighting over us. However, we're going to let them fight it out for a while, and we're not going to get involved. All the B words be tripping today. And how close is it? Oh, I built walls here when I was going to build another settler. I wonder if I should just buy a settler. Let's see how much a settler costs. 680 gold, not worth it. How much does, how many turns does it take? It takes 7 turns right now to make a settler. We put it on a production focus. It takes 6 turns. Wait. 7 turns, 6 turns. Now that's debatable. You know, let's work on getting that settler. I'd rather have another city out sooner rather than later, especially considering that we're about to get that cotton done. And when that cotton is built and we have our plantations going, we're going to have a lot of surplus happiness at that point. We should really capitalize on it by getting another city growing as fast as possible. Rapid expansion is good. Please notice, by the way, that Washington is not growing while it is producing a settler. And look at that. I think this is the ocean, unless I'm mistaken. It is the ocean. So this is our continent from there. Oh no, from here to here. Now it'll be interesting to see if this ends up here. Actually, you know what? We're going to send this scout up there to kind of go see if we can take a look and see what's going on there. And we can get another policy. +1 happiness for each city connected to the trade post. Or to the trade post. +1 happiness for each city connected to the capital, and -5 unhappiness from our cities in general. let's go with that. That is a great happiness bonus because we're going to very soon start throwing down roads. We're going to get a road from Boston to Washington. They're going to get a road from New York to whatever city we put here to Washington. At that point, that's +3 happiness in addition to the money from those cities being connected. New York's size 5, Boston size 4. So they're going to grow really quickly. And that's going to be a very, very good choice. Meanwhile, we're going to keep pushing forward with our scout, taking a look at the world. Choose production. Where? New York. Okay. What do you want me to build? You're level 5. You can get +2 happiness if we build a Coliseum, or we can get more defense and hit points. Do we go with the long-term investment, or do we go with the defensive? Considering that there's enemy about, I think the smarter choice here is to go defensive. Not to mention that while the +2 happiness from the Coliseum is going to be crucial later on, we are about to get a happiness boost from the Cotton. So I say let's go with the walls. Let's protect our grand old city in New York. And let's keep focusing on our expansionist ways. And I really feel like we're blocking them from going west. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to take a risk here, and we're going to move this warrior out from there and see if I want to see. Oh, we didn't get more happiness from that. That's interesting. Did we already have cotton being worked somewhere in our empire that I missed? No, we didn't. Let me see. It says +4 from cotton. Maybe population took it down already. I don't know. But we're going to take a little bit of risk here, and we're going to move him out of the way. And I want to see if Songhai will start coming through here and heading towards Britain. That would be awesome if they got in a war. But who knows? And you, foxy redheaded chick, I'm not going to lie. You don't like Britain. I don't like Britain. I see some future here. You dude with the beard, that's definitely not going to work out. I'm sorry if you're seeing my Windows bar pop up. Because of the dimensions I recorded this in, I have to auto-hide my taskbar or put it to a side, and I'm hiding it on the bottom instead of putting it to the side. So it does pop up occasionally, which I can understand is frustrating if I move my mouse too close to downstairs. So my apologies for y'all if you're seeing that. I can imagine that being frustrating. And we're just going to put you on alert here. And look, Songhai's already got some men coming on through there. So I'd like to see now if Songhai is going to start moving forward here towards Britain. That would make me so happy if they go to Britain and attack. Okay, kind of moved that guy forward, but it hasn't moved more beyond that. So I think I'd be pushing my luck to ask for that to happen. And we're going to have to do nothing for this turn because we can't move any more there. Let's build a farm here. Our mine there is done good. So let's go to this forest, grassland, hill, river. That's like all the terrain options in one. And let's build a farm over there. Washington border growth has not been as big as we would have expected, by the way. But that's interesting. Doesn't matter. We're about to get another home or another city put down right now. And which place would be better? If we put on the bananas, we get +3 growth. Jungle +2. Grassland 2. Oh, here we go. We can look, but can't touch. Alrighty. This settler. There's got to be 3 away as well. So 1, 2, 3 tiles. So it could be on this. It could be here. 1, 2, 3. It could be here. I think that's where we're going to put our city. And I know that's really close. It's not maximizing the usability of the tiles in terms of like total growth. However, I think it'll be better to have it there just in terms of having a defensive choke point right here. If they have to kind of funnel in. I think that's going to be helpful in the long run rather than not helpful. And let's work on getting walls for Washington now. We started to build them earlier and we didn't finish it. So we're going to get that. Not to mention we're going to have engineering soon, which will allow bridges over rivers, which will be great for connecting these cities up. And you, sir, have quite the beard. You do indeed. Is Songhai... Oh, man, I can't tell Songhai... Like, these 2 archers there, you know what I mean? Like, what are they doing? What's going on? Let's get on that hill. Ooh, another city. Okay, so this continent definitely expands a little bit there. Lumber mill or farm? Let's build a lumber mill. Production's better. It'll allow us to make units faster. Next turn, let us move. And look at that. No, I don't want an embassy in your I don't want you to have an embassy in my capital. Then you'll know where to find me. And look at this. This is kind of interesting, guys. Look at this. There's 1 me, 2 Celtics, 3 British, 4 Songhai, 5 Byzantine, 5 countries in this one little area around me with at least some kind of presence. If that's not unnerving, then I don't know what is. That is for sure. But we are about to get a city down in the next turn after we move it, and that is the map. Interesting, interesting, interesting. This farm is done. Good, good, good. Let's move you over there. And this is where we leave off. It's turn 140. But as you can see, we scouted out a lot more. We found out where London's expanding to. They're actually not as bad off being cut off from us as we thought. They really can expand, I think, pretty solidly in this area and grow to be a pretty strong power. We can expand pretty solidly in this area and grow to be a pretty strong power. New York is a size 6 city. Boston's a size 4. York is size 4. Cape Town's a size 2. And the downside of Cape Town being size 2 is because when they captured it, it's sized halved. Russia, wow, Russia's expanding too. So I think we still have a really strong position here colonizing this valley. We're probably going to have to look to getting another city here and then conquering Quebec and Wittenberg and possibly Jerusalem as well. But the situation is very interesting. A lot of nations here at play. And the diplomacies start to gonna get very tricky, so it's gonna be a lot of fun to play this out. I want to apologize for not being consistent with this series. I've been going through some weird issues lately, but that's not really a good excuse. I should really work on my consistency, and hopefully we'll be a lot more consistent next week. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name's BTM, and what I am going to do here, by the way, somebody asked me to do this. I'm going to do it for my subscribers because I love you guys. I'm going to save my game like I always do. Save game, yes. And then I'm going to resign so we can see my statistics. And what this is going to do is I'm going to be able to see my demographics and where I am in the world. Population, I'm number 4. Interesting. China's number 1, which they're number 1 in the world does not surprise me. I'm barely above average. That's kind of interesting to me. Crop yield, I'm number 3, 52, but I'm a pretty close number 3. And what that means is the amount of food I'm making. So I'm number 3 with amount of food. Considering the wonder I have, that's interesting. Manufactured good, I'm number 30 by that's the amount of production you have. So that means production-wise, I'm doing really, really well in terms of being able to make things quickly. And that is fantastic. If you can make things quickly, then you're eventually going to retake over in crop and GNP, which is gross national product, which is the amount of gold you have. You're going to be able to retake there because you're going to be able to buy the improvements and make them faster. So being number 1 in manufactured goods is fantastic. Gross national product, we're number 3, and we're not a super close number 3. We're behind by 9 to China, which is decimating. Land, we're number 8 out of, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people. We're at the very, very bottom in amount of land. That's kind of interesting. Wow. Yeah, we're pretty small. But with that being said, we're not the smallest and we're not too far behind. And once we get that other city up, we're going to be catching up really quickly. In terms of soldiers, we're dead last. However, our army's exactly half as big as the number 1 guy. Look, we won an award, guys. So that is a-okay. That does not bug me at all. Our army's big enough to ward off any threats. We don't need to go crazier with our army. Approval rating, 69%, guys. That's just golden. Don't even ask me. Literacy, that's the amount of technology we have. I don't know why they have 25%. We have 0, but who knows. Anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and we will definitely resume this series on Monday. I'm sorry about the delay this week. I got behind and I didn't do a good job. But anyway, guys, until next time, good luck and happy hunting.